Hi guys, welcome to the old library. Let's go and have a look. Okay, this is the studio entrance. This is where we keep our wall of sound, all our amplifiers. So we've got a good choice here, good selection. Got a lot of Marshalls, some Mesa Boogie, Fender, Randall. So it's all really good. Whole broad range of tones really. So we can kind of cover all the bases. So that's good, and that's all kind of comes with the session. So there's no faffing around. It's all available. Okay, through into the control room. This is based around Audient ASP 8024. We actually went down to Sean Kenny's place, 1021 in Kent, to demo it. He was kind enough to let us go down and have a play. Got it about 7 years ago, and it's just been sort of faultless all the way through. It's a great sounding desk. It's really clean. It's really discreet. Lovely EQs, really flexible. The outboard, we've got some nice Lexicon reverbs. Again, another Rosetta 200 for kind of two-track duties. These DBX 160s are really nice compressors. They're good on kick and snare. This Tail Audio EQ, that's a nice EQ, and then the kind of couple of more utilitarian kind of functional compressors. So yeah, that's the outboard. Also, lovely Moog Voyager does the job. I mean, I think the things that are kind of particularly outstanding about the old library is the specification is really high with our desk and preamps and conversion and that kind of thing. So it's you're going to capture things really well. We've got a great mic selection, kind of dynamics, condensers, ribbons. We kind of can cover all the bases, and we've got options as well, which is nice to have. Kind of all the sessions you get access to all the back line. We've got a huge selection of amps and bass amps and drums, snare drums. We've got a whole load of stuff. So and the rooms themselves, it's really great sounding and versatile rooms. So it's pretty much, there's not a lot we can't deal with. And the building itself, it's just a really nice place to be. Set in it's a nice setting. It's a relaxed environment. It's it's modern and kind of up to speed. So it's just a nice place to come and work. Okay, into our principal live room. As well as all the backline, we've got a really nice house kit, the Pearl reference, kind of standard shell sizes, but then also we've got a nice selection of snares and piccolo, big brass stuff. So again, if you're a drummer, we can kind of cover all the bases. So yeah, that's available again, all kind of free as part of the session. If you want to use it, obviously you might have something special that you want to bring in. So yes, this is the live room. This the whole sort of install was designed and built by the studio people. So it's all acoustically architectural and isolated. So it's a really nice space. It's really live, nice and high, big, lots of room for musicians to kind of interact and be musicians. So yeah, and it's a really nice sounding room on the mics as well. So it's really good. Speaking of mics, we've got a few options here. Kind of new into the mic cupboard. We've got this Royer R101 that's been kind of doing the rounds on guitar cabs a lot recently. Really nice. Really pleased with that. It's doing the job of a ribbon really well. So that's getting used pretty much every session. Also in ribbon land, my kind of favourite at the minute for overheads, sort of pair of M160s. It's like a little disco ball there on the end of a mic. But they do a lovely job. There's a reason they're kind of renowned, and they're very much living up to that reputation. SM7, kind of great dynamic. RE20 as well. Some really high quality dynamic stuff. That's great on bass cabs, bass drums. Kind of job done there. You can kind of forget about that when that's on. Got a lovely pair of U87s. These are sort of my go-to for sort of ambient and sort of drum room mics. Obviously they're good on a lot of things, vocals, acoustic guitar. They do a really good job. Yeah, and they're Factory Max stereo pair, so you can be sure of kind of a consistent sort of stereo image. So that's those. Let's move on to the isolation rooms. So through here we just got kind of a small sort of cabinet. It's a great place to throw you know, guitar amps, guitar cabs, they're all tied through into the live room, so you can have the musician in there, maintain your sight lines, but kind of isolate the noise in here. And then into this one, this is a bigger, sort of really dead room, so this is great for vocal overdubs, guitar overdubs. But again, if we've got a big live session in, we'll chuck amps out here. Okay, so that's the vocal room. Let's go and have a look at the our other kind of live spaces that we like to use. This is another big space we've got in this old building. It's got a huge reverb, so it kind of be quite Bonham-esque on the old drum kit. But yeah, this is another good space around here. Okay, this is the old reference library, as was when it was an actual library. Again, it's another huge space, lovely great wood floor, big high ceilings. It's kind of done a lot of sort of acoustic sessions in here, guitars, you know, percussion, that kind of thing, but also drums can work well in here as well. We've got a multi-core which we kind of run out to the space, so we can kind of feed the studio from here. But again, it's another like great space we've got here. And it's also quite a pretty space, so if you need to do filming, that kind of thing, it's often the thing that would push us into here but over one of the other spaces. But yeah, it's a great place to work. Okay, this is our big theatre live space. It's kind of multi-function. It does operate as a theatre, but also we use it for recording whenever we can. And you can see it's a really big space. Drums sound absolutely fantastic in here. Got big high ceilings, the floor, all real wood floor, and it's just a great environment in which to put some drums. So this end, usually put the drums about here. We can throw cabs off down that side of the space. The drapes kind of make that end dead and this end live, so in that respect it's quite a versatile room. You can do drums down there as well if you want a bit more kind of control on your close mics. Throw your rooms out here, just get a really big sound. So that's kind of what we do in here. We use it as often as we can. So yeah, that's pretty much the old library wrapped up. So feel free to come down, get a cup of tea. There's always one in the pot. And hope to speak to you soon.